Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Hope you are okay on that side of the screen. And today with MuksOS launcher, which is, in my opinion, and at least for the launchers that I've been trying, the smartest one that I've used, especially in concerns of artificial intelligence. Now, it doesn't know everything. We will need to teach a few things, but I will show you how you can do that and give you several ideas, then you can advance. It is free to download. I will leave a link down below so that you guys can test it out and leave some comments right over there. It has a few features. One that I really enjoy is if I go here and write I for Instagram, it will show me the apps that will start with launcher. These letters. So I can just select Instagram and bam, there we go. Launcher. So this is one of the coolest ones. There are a few more. Now, before we move on, we have a few shortcuts right over here. I can press the keyboard to show me the keyboard. I can press the pencil to select different color for the pen. So I can just go there and select the different colors, and I can also press here, and this will give me the voice commands, which has a lot of them, and we can also teach some of them. I will give you an example. Of course, I will not be able to show all this, or the video will take more than 1 hour because it has a lot of functionalities. Now, besides this, if we go to the options right over here, we have shortcuts for the voice commands, as we have seen, but we have also other things. Now let's go to theme customization. For example, if I want, I can select the icon shape, so I can change to these. I prefer the round ones. I can change the size of the icons. I can change the pen color here as well, and we can go for light, dark. So we can find here some customizations for the theme, for the way that it looks, and we can put it according to our own taste. Besides this, we have all these options that I will not waste your time right over here. But if I press up, we will go to the app drawer. And for example, if I want to go and add to home, I can just press this, and there we go. I've got a calculator right over here, which I can also remove if I don't want. And this is really interesting. There's also an option that I've seen yesterday while I was playing around, which is the hide apps. This might be very useful if we want to give this one to someone and we don't want to show all the apps that we have installed. For example, the calculator, I can press off in this particular case, or on to hide, and if I go to my app drawer, I don't have the calculator, which was the last app right over here. So this is really cool. I can hide as many apps as I want, and for example, if I go right over there and go to hide apps and then turn off the calculator, and if I go back and open, there we go, we have the calculator right over here. So this is a smart feature which is interesting. Another option is the voice that we can use. I can select,
this is my new voice. This is my new voice.
This is my new voice.
This is my new voice.
And this is my new voice. So we can change 5, and I believe that with time there will be other voices. We can also change widgets. For example, I can go here and add more widgets. This is my location, so I just press done, and there we have another widget. I can press here and show the shortcuts for some of the apps that I use mostly, and I can push here for the widget, and we have a lot more options if we dig around. Now, my favorite thing is if I write here WhatsApp, for example, it will show me the app, so I can open WhatsApp, or if I press, like I did before, Instagram, and sorry about my writing, and there we go. We have other options, like if I write my name, it will go and will give me contacts. So if you have mom or dad, you can just press and it will give you the results. So we can select writing like this, and it's really smart in getting and searching the apps or the contacts that we have. And this is really awesome, and this is one of my favorites. Now the other one is if I press right over here, open Chrome. Bam, there we go, it did open Chrome. Open Spotify. There we go, Spotify. How to cook French fries. Okay, did not get the fries word correctly, but it did get here because sometimes my pronunciation... How to cook French fries. How to cook French fries.
I don't understand that.
How to cook French fries. Yeah, there we go. So sometimes it misses, but here it is. We could search for any other stuff. Call Roberto. Okay, so this is also really interesting, and I did this on purpose. If I say call Roberto George, it will show exactly my number, and that was the reason that I didn't say Roberto George and only Roberto. It will give me two options because it did find two contacts with the same. So I just need to press the button. Or next time, if I want, I can say call Roberto George, and it will show my exact number to press the button and call that person, which is really awesome as well. So voice commands are not only to open apps, but we can call people as well. Now, there are a few other things that we can do with voice commands, one of which is actions. We have a lot of stuff here, and in the actions I've got at least one that I did with voice, and actually no, one manually and two with voice. Let me delete this one, and I'm gonna leave the workout music. Basically what I did was to create an action, and I did select a link, and then I did post here the link for one of my playlists on the Spotify app. And the result is simple. When I go to the home and say workout music, bam, there we go. It gives me this playlist, which is no copyright sounds. I could play any other list for my workout music, and the system knows what I want, and it will open exactly on this. So I could say dancing music or something like that, and have several kinds of playlists. I can do this for Spotify, I can do this for YouTube, I can do this for any app that we want. This is really, really interesting. Another cool stuff is search the internet means Google.
I understand that.
It did not capture the right word. This might happen. Search the internet. This is not what we want. Search the internet means Google.
I understand that.
So it did record automatically this action. If I go to actions, there we go. Search the internet is equal to Google. So if I go to search the internet for weather, there we go. It will use Google to search the internet. So I don't need to say Google weather or whatever, but I can also say Google this and Google that. Now let's do another thing, which is we can do reminders, we can do remember, we can set alarms, we can do a lot of stuff. Remember to give food to cat.
I remembered that to give food to cat.
Okay, so it did remember to give food to cat. So if I go to the actions, no, I'm sorry, it's not the actions. If we go to AI and we go to things, it did remember to give food to cats. And of course, we can add more commands to give food to cat on Tuesday at certain times. I do have one difficulty, which is I'm not native English, so sometimes it doesn't recognize my pronunciation because I do not pronunciate correctly the words, and sometimes it does not give me the exact result that we want. But you can see in every single action, in every single one thing that we want to do, there will be a help tool. So, hey, remember I placed my keys on the wardrobe, and see, what do you remember? So if I go to what do you remember, it will give me the list that it's right over here. So I don't need to go with my hands. I can just be driving. Hey, what do you remember? And it will show me that. So these are some really cool and interesting stuff. And on the AI, there are several more options. We have the speech right over here in terms of wake me up. So as you can see, really straightforward to learn how to use this. There's also a few things that I didn't explore yet in terms of tracking objects. For example, I did place myself right over here, and it was able to get to recognize a person, which was me. But we can also do that with objects and so on and so forth. There's also the option for Smart Connect, which is basically similar to Home Assistant, and I still haven't digged in here. I have digged in Home Assistant, but not here. But basically we can connect several devices, and then with voice commands create scenes, have a more automated home with our own devices. So there are, as you can see, a lot of options, a lot of situations to explore, more than a time that I have to show you all this stuff. My suggestion would be to download the MuksOS, install on your Android phone, play around with it. Have in mind that I do have a version which is free for me to use, to give my feedback to the designer and to share with the community, but there are a few things that are premium, so test out the free features, test out to see if you like it, and then decide if this is the launcher for you or not, and then obviously if it is, then you can purchase it. That being said, hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did so, don't forget the usual thumbs up right over there, which is really appreciated on this side of the screen. My name is Roberto, Jorge, and as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.